Oh, you're just tasting without me. You just fucking went for it. You don't even care. We didn't even cheers. We didn't. Yummy, yum, yum. Tastes so good.
What's up everybody, Just Brewing here, and recently I attempted something that I haven't seen very many homebrewers try before. I tried to brew 2 beers with 1 set of grains. Now, to do something like that, you would need a heavy first beer. That first beer you would want to be something like an Imperial Stout, or like a double or even a triple IPA. Just something that's very strong in flavor as well as alcohol percentage, that may offer a second beer, something lighter and smaller, off the second runnings of that set of grains. What I did was I attempted a Imperial coffee stout, and with the second beer I was going to go for a light breakfast brunch nitro coffee stout. Long story short, it did not go in my favor. I was able to pump out 2 beers, one of which is complete and ready, and that's what you're going to see today. The second you should see in another video, so long as it tastes good. You should be able to click that card right there. I don't remember which side it's on, but you should be able to click that card and watch that video whenever it's out. We're going to focus on the good this time around. Last time I tried something big and bold. I kind of focused on the bad, mostly because I was frustrated and wanted to get it out. This time around, I'm a little bit more happy with the results. This is a fantastic beer, and I had a blast doing everything that you're about to see me do. So this time we're going to focus on the good. Check the description for the recipe for this beer, but I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. For this coffee stout, I mashed in at about 157 degrees for an hour. Along with the grains, I did add about 3 pounds of coffee beans. The coffee beans were a gift from my new future sister and brother-in-law. Before adding the coffee beans, I did run each package through my hand just to kind of crack the beans open, just to get a little bit more of that coffee flavor and bitterness out of it. I tossed those in with the grains and mashed in at 157 degrees for an hour. I did get a stuck sparge, so this was one of the things that went wrong. I wasn't able to achieve the gravity that I wanted, but I did mash for the entire hour. I sparged the way I typically do, but again it got stuck, so I had to kind of figure things out from there. After that I got to a boil, added my hops, and since my gravity was so low, I did add some corn sugar just to kind of add to the sugar content. For something like this, it's not necessarily a bad idea. It will dry the beer out, so there's going to be kind of a crispness to this beer. And that's just kind of the effect of adding pure sugar. Once it gets eaten up, there's not much of a flavor left, but with the beer that I'm brewing, this should work out just fine. After the boil, I went ahead and pitched my yeast, fermented it for about 3 weeks at about 74 degrees. That's just what we like to keep the temperature around here. And the beer turned out absolutely fantastic. It's got beautiful color to it. It tastes great. It does have a full, rich body to it. It did not turn out to be that 10.5% that I was expecting. It did close out at about 6% based on the loss of efficiency from the stuck sparge, as well as a little bit extra sugar that got left unfermented, probably because of the higher mash temperature. Either way, I'm very happy with this beer. I am not at all upset like I was last time. I was able to get 5 gallons of a very nice, strong, bitter, dark coffee stout. So about 3 weeks later, here we are at the tasting. The final product, it's not quite as dark as I was expecting it to be, considering all the darker malts that were in the grain bill. There was, as I mentioned earlier, a little bit of an issue with the sparging.
I mean, I think it looks relatively dark. I don't. It's very opaque. It's not like the red that you just brewed. It was definitely a deep red, but you can still see through it. This is much more stout-like.
It's definitely got the color of a stout.
Not Imperial.
Right. I was expecting it to be really, really dark. It still holds up.
It kind of looks like coffee, honestly, like the color of coffee.
Yeah, you're right. It does. I guess I didn't think about that. Yeah. That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah.
On the nose.
Coffee.
Yeah, just pure coffee. I guess there's a little bit of a difference from the coffee flavor of like a coffee bean and like the after, like the final product, because this doesn't smell like coffee. It smells like coffee beans. Does that make sense at all? When we were cleaning the house and stuff, my stepmom would put tea candles on like a cup or a bowl of coffee beans, and just the heat from the candle would like make like the room smell like coffee beans. Yeah, and that's really
nostalgic for you.
Yeah, it's really making me think about that.
I'm definitely like getting some chocolate. You know, those like same kind of the same kind of notes.
For sure, the typical stout notes for sure.
Mm-hmm. Is there chocolate malt in here?
I think so. Yeah. Recipe in the description. Yeah, it tastes really good. There's a backbone of coffee, obviously. A little bit of maybe chocolatiness. I'm getting some type of other bitterness that's not just coffee. Some other dark flavor, if you will.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I think the bitterness that you're kind of honing in on is not just from the coffee, because the coffee flavor hits you, and then there's like a flatness to the beer, and then it comes back with like a really, really, it's coating my whole tongue. Do you remember how much coffee bean you added?
About 3 pounds, I want to say. Yeah, it was like 18 packages.
How many cups of coffee is that?
I do not know.
Is there caffeine in this?
Technically, I guess. Probably. It was just the coffee beans. I just put the coffee beans amongst the grains, and steeped it it wasn't boiling like coffee usually does, but it was, 160 degrees.
I would definitely love to drink this with something that is not bitter, like white chocolate, or like something just like extremely sweet to cut
like
through.
a donut.
Oh my gosh, yeah. See, I'm really excited for the breakfast one you have
breakfast
coming.
one.
Yeah.
Still waiting on nitrogen.
Yeah, Snowpocalypse kind of
Ice Pacademic ruined a few things as per usual.
We're used to it at this point.
Yeah, just getting used to it.
Roll with the punches.
You gotta stay busy,
Right.
I really like the beer. I do think I'm gonna do this again. I'm definitely gonna go for the 2 beers, 1 grain bill thing. Probably another Imperial Stout. Maybe do a golden next time, like a quad, and then do like a kind of like a dub on the back end.
You're speaking my language.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay.
Yeah,
See, all you got to do is
find a
beer she's gonna like, and it's a-okay. I definitely want to do the 2 beer, 1 grain bill again.
Right.
If I do a coffee one again, I would do fewer coffee beans. Maybe.
What happens if you just add coffee instead?
You could add coffee. You could just put coffee into the boil. You could put cold brew into the keg at packaging. That's the most popular. I didn't want to do that because I wanted the backbone to be coffee. I didn't want it to be a coffee flavored stout. I wanted it to be a coffee stout. So I went with a more what seemed traditional approach of just getting, what felt like the backbone. And I think I achieved it. I would do a little bit less, maybe more get more familiar with the coffee bean first, because I did just take, Alliantized coffee beans.
Right.
I did mention that earlier. I would take a more controlled approach next time with the right coffee bean, because I did see, outside of the stuck mash, I did see a difference in efficiency. And I think the coffee beans may have soaked up some of that sugar. That bitterness may have cut into some of the sugar that would have given us a stronger beer. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but I think that's what may have happened. Just some things when I do it in the future.
It's good. It's definitely warming my tummy, and I'm not sure if I could drink, a whole glass of this, but this is perfect little size for me.
This is definitely. I'm not going to call it a dessert beer, but maybe with dessert. Dessert beers are usually sweet. This one is quite bitter.
I think it would counter, like I was saying earlier, I think it would really counter dessert well.
Yeah, it would go with something. So definitely something to close out the night.
Chocolate cake.
That would be nice. That'd be very nice.
Be right back. We're gonna make some chocolate cake.
So that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to visit justbrewing.com/merch, where you'll find shirts similar to this one. This is an old design, but you'll be able to support the channel as well as your fellow humans. I donate all merch proceeds to charity, so definitely if you want to take advantage of that, let me know and we can make that happen. Justbrewing.com. Any final thoughts?
I have no thoughts.
None at all.
Brain smooth.
Brain smooth. All right, must drink beer.
Must chug. All right, thanks for viewing.
Just brewing.
It's really better.
It's pretty better.
That laugh, that when it comes back.
Oh, you don't like it?